Alright, hello, it's me again, and, so, another game, this is kind of like a game of patience, though. Think of it like an extremely, miniaturized version of Civ? I don't know how to put it into words. This is BLOC. I'll obviously link it to you guys. So in this, you make a nation, this is the world map. These are these areas here. All these ones are areas where you can select who put your nation, and this actually matters early game because since I am in the Indo-China region, I can only attack people in China, the subcontinent, and the East Indies. I cannot engage anyone outside of these areas without enough boats because of, yeah, logic, right? So a brief overview of this is if you want to start your own nation, like I said, I'll post it in the link in the description actually. You'll have a lot of things: your approval, your political system that just determines what events can happen, your stability, which is very important, territory, also very important, and rebel threat, not too important. Then on domestic, you'll have population. Don't know what that means. Quality of life, a very important stat you want to up. Healthcare, also a very important stat you want to up. Literacy, if you want to have a high quality of life, you have to increase literacy. Or in research, which is another, I guess, resource gained per turn reset. Of course, you could have absolutely low literacy, but absolutely high healthcare, and that could keep you at a stagnant quality of life. I wouldn't do that. You got your economic system. This is actually important. That determines how much you get taxed in the market, and a lot of other things. I'll go into detail afterwards. You got your available budget, which is essentially how much money you can spend. Your GDP, or gross domestic product. That's I'll go into detail a little later. Growth, which is how much your GDP grows per month, which is a turn reset. Uh, Foreign investment, which is essentially another side economy, I guess. Manufactured goods, which is a resource you can get. Discovered oil reserves, which is another resource you need that in order to use, to get in your oil supply, which is mined through oil wells. You got your raw materials, which is just stuff mined through mines, and you have a food supply, which is relative to your territory. Then you have your official alignment. Here you can pick between two superpowers or be neutral. You have the Soviets and you have the Americans. I chose the Americans because they like me a fuck ton more. You got your region, you got your alliance, which this is mine, the old coalition. I started this. Um, Obviously, people can vote for their leader, unless your alliance is in a dictatorship, in which case the founder has absolute control. I am voting for myself because apparently you can do that in this game. Logic, right? And your reputation. This is what essentially, if the rest of the world was in the game, this is what they'd think of you. Since I am Gandhi-like, I am like highest, like top tier or something. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so we go to the military tab. We have army size. Very important. Your manpower, which is essentially like reserve troops you can conscript, which is a thing in this game. Equipment is your weapon tier. I have First World War surplus, so that means I essentially just have like bare like scraps of World War One weaponry. My armed forces training, very important. Your air force, very important. Navy, it's not important until you actually become a strong nation. And chemical weapons, of course, that is extremely useful. Okay, so stability. like your stability essentially mean realistically just means how stable your nation is, but in this it's just a stat. But you know what I mean? So yeah, since I'm a very stable nation, fuck you by the way. Yeah, I am losing stability because open borders within your alliance, but that's 1 point. I make up 3 per turn, but lose 1, so I get a turnover of plus 2 points. Um, what else should I go? So at the beginning of this game, you'll be given 4 choices in the news tab. You'll have 4 choices. Better army, more money immediately, I think better approval and stability, and something else I wasn't paying much attention. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to be a militant state or a fair and equal trading economy. I initially was going to be a trading economy, but then I had to go to war because of my GDP, which, by the way, your GDP is essentially your cap for who can and can't attack you. If you're within their range, they will people will generally attack you. There's not one person that hasn't gone through one war in this game that's a high GDP. Um, what else? Okay, so if we go to, so as you can see, this is a lot different from the game nation states. In this, you have a different amount of things you can control in this, and there's actual PvP. That's right, you can actually attack other players. As it says, I am at war. I'm getting my ass kicked though. Um, okay, so if you wanted to, check out, say, what this guy has, since like I can check certain things, like I can check his territory, how much he has. I can check out his stability, his growing tensions, which is not too good. His quality of life is terrible, in contrast to mine. His GDP is his growth is terrible. Um, he's got 3 factories though, so he's a communist state because he's picked central planning, which is essentially the communist economic system. And his military is 76,000 active personnel, which is essentially his army. He's got untapped manpower. I'm not gonna by the way, I'm gonna lose this war. So losing wars in this actually, it's not that bad. You just lose land and GDP. You're not out of the game forever. So I can check he's got 1 ship, and I can't check his air force. It is classified. But yeah. So once you start off this game, for I to show what you can see from another person on another person's account. What you want to do is you want to, depending on where you've started your nation, but I'd always tell my friends to go 2 mines if you can afford it, because that's 2 raw materials, and then just save up the money and whatever, or do whatever they want. It's like, it's a game where you've got to learn from absolutely nothing. Another cool aspect of the game that I like is spies. You can have spies both in your nation and out of your nation. Since this guy is in intelligence, I will go select him now. He can reveal confidential information. So I wanted to see, oh, do you have any planes? Oh, I couldn't be able to check. Whoops. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for BLOC for now. I do plan to make another video on this, depending on a general response. But this is more as a tip, like a helpful tip video, because a lot of people that I play with don't know too much what they're doing. But thanks for watching, guys, and this is just an introduction. If you want to see more, tell me. I want to make more videos on this game. Alright, so, learn out.